Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
I make it look easy. Hey, this ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough.
Iowa high school basketball is back here in the state of Iowa for boys and girls combined. And tonight we welcome you to Waukee Northwest High School for our first matchup of the season here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. It's the second-ranked Waukee Northwest Wolves taking on the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. Welcome to Waukee Northwest Gymnasium. I'm Blake Walker. He is Chris Larson. We are excited to bring you another exciting season of basketball here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Chris, there are a lot of different storylines coming into tonight, but one of them for sure for both these two teams, and I'll say for Ankeny Centennial on the boys and girls side, there's a lot of new faces, new head coaches. Northwest, we kind of expect to know what we're going to see, but on Centennial on the other side, boy, we don't really know what we're getting out of these two teams tonight.
Yeah, Northwest is a little bit of an anomaly in today's basketball world, high school, college, anywhere. You actually know some of their players, but we were talking about it. It's kind of fun, you know, these basketball seasons set up with a lot of fresh starts, a lot of new faces. But basketball's such a game of chemistry and who can get their team to play together and buy into roles. They start that journey tonight, and it's going to be really fun to watch.
Let's talk about some of the key players and coach that we're going to see tonight. We'll start out with Waukee Northwest. Romy Croat has been unbelievable so far through her first couple years. She's a junior now with Waukee Northwest. Sam Powell likes what he has with her. She's a very talented player that can shoot the ball well.
Yeah, she does a lot of things well, including shoot it. She handles the ball. She kind of runs the show. I built a really great admiration for her last year, and she's only getting better. She's going to get stronger. She really is kind of that straw that stirs the drink, though, for this Wolves team, and they're a really good team.
Right now, so far as a junior, she's obviously a multi-sport athlete as well. Also plays soccer for the Waukee Northwest Wolves. That's one thing you're going to hear a lot tonight when we go throughout tonight's game, Chris. This team has so many multi-sport athletes. Mind you, multi-sport athletes that start in other sports as well.
I was going to say, and are winning state titles and doing a lot of accomplished things in other sports. But the fun part is, that kind of builds into that chemistry that we talked about, right? You know, a little bit of an old school mentality where they do a lot of different sports together, but they're good at everything because they're good athletes.
Ankeny Centennial on the other side, they are not returning a lot. But this man right here, Chris Harkin, is the leader of this new era of Ankeny Centennial girls basketball. He comes from Des Moines Christian in the last two seasons, 45-6 record for the Lions. State semifinalist in 2024, and then a tournament appearance last year in 2025, this year in 2025, I should say. He is the man for the job. He takes over for Scott DeYoung, who retired. He also, along with retiring, 12 seniors went along with him. They also graduated. Smith, Beam, Boating have one combined start. There is a whole lot of new faces for this Ankeny Centennial team. They have a very talented freshman in Alana Newman. We'll talk about her later. But for Coach Harkin, this is such a big step for him. Welcome to 5A. You were coaching in 3A. And there's a lot of eyes, especially for a Centennial team that has won championships before back in 2016.
You know, what's interesting, though, we talked about this new era in basketball, high school basketball, kind of fits really well into this, right? Like, you lose a great coach like Coach DeYoung, who's been doing it for, you know, obviously at Ankeny when they were all one school, at Centennial, and it's going to be a big loss. But it feels like in this new modern era, everyone's kind of starting fresh. And so I think Coach Harkin was very successful at Des Moines Christian. Very layman's opinion, but sometimes you can tell a lot about a team by just watching them warm up. And watching this team warm up, it looks like they have some really good basketball players. And I get it, that may sound, but you can tell a lot just about them athletically when you watch their movements. I think they're going to give Waukee Northwest a fine game, and as the season goes on, I think it's going to be a really good basketball team.
It's a tale of two sides tonight. Waukee Northwest ranked number 2. They come into tonight ready to get rolling in the CIML schedule. Ankeny Centennial, a lot of questions, but why not answer them here on the road against the number 2 team in the state? When we come back, it's your starting lineups and opening tip-off. You're watching CISN High School Basketball here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial. More coming up when we return.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. High school basketball here on your Tuesday, our first official night of streaming here for the 2025-2026 girls basketball season. Waukee Northwest ranked number 2 in the first IGHSAU polls that came out. They are 1-1 on the season. They opened the year just before Thanksgiving on the road up in Illinois against Washington High School, the Washington Panthers. They lost 51-48 and then went on the road last night and defeated Cedar Rapids, Washington 72-47. That's a Cedar Rapids, Washington team that is currently ranked 10th, has high aspirations here in Class 5A. we haven't really got a good feel for Waukee Northwest, Chris, because they played a lot of different players in that first game, a lot of different players in the second game. It's Coach Sam Powell. What do you expect? The man comes from Des Moines East, led Des Moines East to one of their state titles back in 2011. It's now his third year here with Waukee Northwest, a 31-18 record. The man feels like the confidence is building. They're getting close to a possible state championship appearance.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think when you look at what they had coming back from a really strong team and a state tournament team last year, there's a reason for optimism. But again, like we talked about, a lot of these early games, especially when you know you have a good team, a lot of it is figuring out not just how to be good, but how to be great. And I think that's what Coach is trying to do.
We'll step aside for a quick break for the national anthem, and when you come back, starting lineups.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Ready to get going here for your starting lineups tonight for Ankeny Centennial and Waukee Northwest. As we'll wait, who's starting for both teams. Kind of know Waukee Northwest. Generally, we know what the starting lineup's going to be. The question will be about Ankeny Centennial. And we'll see who they call out here tonight.
And our fans, let's meet the starting lineups for both teams for tonight's game. First, please welcome the Jaguars of Centennial High School. 5'7" freshman number 1, Zayden Rivich. A 5'9" senior number 10, Rylan Bowden. A 5'9" junior number 24, Lizzie Bean. A 5'8" senior number 32, Macy Smith. And a 5'8" senior, number 34, Miley Hatfield. The coach of the Jaguars is Christopher Harkin. And now, all your People's fans is waiting for starting lineup for your Northwest Bulls. A 5'10" sophomore, number 12, Sadie McKenna.
all set to go here tonight. Ankeny Centennial taking on number 2 ranked Waukee Northwest, the Wolves and the Jaguars. Blake Walker, Chris Larson along with you tonight for this girl-boy doubleheader. Coach Harkin's first game here in Class 5A. Gets to go against a Waukee Northwest team ranked 2nd, just behind Johnston in the rankings. And a lot of high praise for this Waukee Northwest team that you talked about. It made it to the state tournament last year. They like the core that's coming back.
Yeah, welcome to the conference. Come on a road trip, face the number 2 Waukee. Oh, and by the way, also in this conference, I think I read somewhere where Dowling girls are ranked nationally.
Yep,
So, you know, don't forget about them either. Some super basketball in this league, and it's fun to get it tipped off tonight.
Centennial opens with a CIML match. No tune-ups for this team. We're off and running here at Waukee Northwest. Wolves in white, Jaguars in black, as we are set to go here on this cold December 2nd.
Little man-to-man defense to start off here for Centennial.
Waukee Northwest in their first 2 games averaging just under 70 points per contest, giving up 49. Here's Cassidy Danberg on the low post, and she'll turn around to score for the first basket of the night for the Wolves.
One of the things that makes them so good, speaking of Northwest, is just they have so many good options on offense, right? They have an interior game. They have great guards. Makes it really hard to guard them.
Danberg, a junior, ranked top 10 in the Prep Hoops rankings for next year. Here's a coast-to-coast basket on the steal by sophomore Sadie McCann. Northwest likes what they have with her. We saw flashes of her last season.
Yeah, we talked about her a lot last year. You know, her dad, a former Iowa football quarterback and a great basketball great as well from Creston. But I think she's somebody who's probably going to break out this year. She was really good in some big games for them as a freshman. I think as a sophomore, she's going to really assert herself into these games.
In just 2 games, 13.5 points per game. Take a look at the replay again on the steal. Just jump in the passing lane, making the most of it.
No, she's really, really good ball player.
Centennial trying to get going here on offense. Again, a team that lost 12 seniors from last year's roster that fell short in the state semifinals to Johnson. There's another turnover.
And you're going to see some things. This is their first game, and you're probably going to see the difference, especially early on. Northwest is in their 3rd game, and already you can tell them looking a little more comfortable out there.
Sadie McCann knocks down a 3-pointer. Already 5 quick points for the sophomore. Northwest extending their lead early here in the first couple minutes.
Oh, nice job. How about that?
Faith Perpich draws down low, and Romy Croat able to take the charge.
Well, we said at the outset she does a little bit of everything, right? And just wants to – she had the dribble penetration and assist, and then she draws a charge. That is her game right there.
Physical player, no doubt about that. Her assist numbers have been not up there to start the season. Here's a quick back and forth with her and Cassidy Danberg. And Romy will take it to the basket. She gets fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yep, good offense right there. And again, one thing that I think you're going to really see probably before Christmas break, a real advantage for Northwest is they have team chemistry, right? You can tell they're comfortable playing together. All of these girls were on the floor for them last year and played a lot of games and played really well in a lot of games.
Romy knocks down her first free throw. 9 points per contest in her first 2 games here for Northwest. Ranked 3rd in Prep Hoops rankings for 2027. She's undecided where she's going to go play collegiate basketball. She knocks down both.
And here comes full court. I think it's probably going to be a full court a little bit, maybe a run and jump here as they use the dribble, or just looks like they're going to stay solid in their man-to-man.
Lizzie Beam, one of the returning players for Ankeny Centennial, the player that's returned and played the most out of anyone. Stolen away. Here comes Northwest again on the break. McCann all the way to the basket. Can't get it to go off the back. And able to save it. No, did not. Thought it went off of a Jaguar. Able to stay with Centennial.
Okay.
And a full court press this early for Waukee Northwest, Chris, as if Centennial is trying to get into things.
Yeah,
you're then suffocated by a defense that is quite on top of things.
And multiple different looks. There was a little bit more of a 1-2-1-1 look, a zone look in the press, and now they're going to match up out of it. Again, experienced team. It's not just about scoring, but it's being able to do a lot of other parts of the game well and efficiently as a unit.
Beam trying to look for something here at the top of the key. She's picked up by the talented volleyball star Logan Vogt. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and Romy Croat steals it away. Another turnover here by the Jags. Vogt all the way and gets fouled on the way up.
Really impressed to see, we know Northwest is a really good team. Impressed, though, to see their defensive, engagement right now to start this game. First home game for them, which I'm sure, just ups the intensity level just a little bit.
Quick 30-second timeout for Coach Harkin, trying to get on the same page here before the free throws come in. You're down 9-0 here in the first 3 minutes. Right now, it's just the turnovers. They really haven't gotten a shot. Look, they really haven't shot any today. I don't think they've had a shot yet, but that goes to show you how you can impact a game with your defense, right? And they haven't even really had a chance to get back and settle into a defensive possession minus the one off the tip, right? And so right now, that's what an experienced team looks like. And good job by Coach Harkin right there, right? Getting his girls settled down. We talked about this. This is going to be a little bit of a work in progress for them, and so his goal is not to win the first quarter of this season, but it's about developing these girls and getting them better as they go on. Logan Vogt will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 here for the Wolves. First one drops in, headed to Iowa State in 2 years to play for the Cyclones on the volleyball side.
Fresh off a state championship, right?
There was a picture circulating on the Waukee Northwest Facebook page or some sort of pretty much almost all the women's sports or the girls' sports top athletes all holding trophies, whether that be a state semifinalist trophy, a state tournament trophy, championship. Truly unbelievable time.
Really across all their sports. Do a phenomenal job.
I don't see it slowing down, and the craziest part about it is the class is still pretty young of the whole core. I mean, right now they're pretty much all juniors. Perpich tries to go the lane. She does get fouled on the backside. I think they're going to get Kennedy Princehouse on this one.
Well, let's see if Faith can't get to the line, get the first of many points in her career.
Freshman found herself in the starting lineup here, 5'7". First one's off back iron for Faith.
A little extra juice there, right? You got the nerves flowing, the energy, the excitement. Let's see if she can knock this one down. She has a good stroke.
4:42
deep
to
breath.
go. Off back iron there. Rebound fought for by a second from Maisie Smith. Northwest trying to respond here off the missed free throws. A couple more players substituting in. Chloe Moen is in for Waukee Northwest.
I think one thing you can really appreciate, especially this early in the season, that ball is reversed 3 times. Every person on the floor touched it, and then just a wonderful post move by Burpo to finish the possession.
Burpo has come up big here in their first 2 games. The sophomores looked really impressive.
Not surprising. She also, was starting to carve out a role as the year went on last year.
Perpich can't get that one to go, and now they're falling out of bounds, and Romy's able to hang on to it. 13-0. Waukee Northwest leading early against Ankeny Centennial.
You can see they brought in 3 subs, and you're seeing just really good basketball still, right? Ball movement, a lot of different people touching the ball every possession.
Croat for 3, and they want to see that. She came in 1 of 7 from the 3-point line in her first 2 games, so her second one of the season. You aren't going to sit cold forever, but
too good of a shooter to not.
Romy definitely happy to see that one drop.
Absolutely.
Perpich tries to swing that one down low on the post to Rylan Boating. Rylan goes up and can't get it to go off the top of the glass. All Northwest here in quarter number 1.
Oh, look at that.
Burpo, turn around, not going to drop that time. Croat goes back on the rebound out of nowhere and falls to the ground and gets fouled. 6 rebounds per game for your point guard. That's not that bad.
Well, and we were talking about a little bit before we came on air, Blake, but shooting stats aside, she does so many other things to impact a basketball game, and all young players really should aspire to that, right? Like, you keep working on your shot, and you work on your shot, and all these good young players are good shooters. You're not going to shoot it well every night. And the question you should ask is, can I be a great player when I'm having a bad shooting night? And I will tell you, Romy can.
Romy knocks them both down, makes it 18-0 over Ankeny Centennial here. 4 free throws on the evening. Press will continue here for Northwest with 3:01 to go here in the first quarter.
And that's all right. Centennial, again, this is early for them. They got to work through this stuff, you know, and so you know Coach Harkin's going to take that quarter break, and he's just going to talk to him about settling down, keep playing good basketball. We're just trying to get better tonight, right? We probably aren't going to win this game. There you go. Good back cut, good pass, good finish.
It's the freshman Faith Perpich who gets Centennial on the board. It's her first career points here as a Jaguar. Now Northwest trying to get things rolling back on offense once again. A couple free throws. They've been getting to the free throw line.
Yep.
Strong take to the basket, up and in by Vonna Bilic.
Yeah, kind of that leader of the team. I believe she's the only senior. I might have mistaken in that, but I was thinking last year. Looks like her and Dylan Peterson are the 2 seniors on this team, and she's a really strong presence. She's a good shooter, really good defender. That time was a good take to the basket.
Long three-pointer by Perpich. In and out. She seems to have the green light so far, Faith does, to take shots. And like you said, really good-looking jumper. Bilic goes all the way and gets fouled. Seems like an early strategy here for Northwest to at least try to get to the line.
Yep, attack, and I think that's one thing Coach Harkin's probably gonna really emphasize, even if it's in film tomorrow, is, hey, shots aren't going in, but good, successful basketball starts with taking care of the basketball, getting shots, and then also being engaged every defensive possession. It's kind of feeling like some sluggish offense has led to maybe a little bit less of a focus on defense. And that's just inexperience. That's why you get better as the season goes along.
Bilic goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Up in the front court here for Lizzie Beam. Lizzie goes all the way, and she'll get fouled. It's on the floor, though.
Okay. Good strong take, though.
Northwest obviously turned over Centennial a couple times tonight. This is a Northwest team in their first 2 games averaging almost 20 turnovers a game. I'm pretty sure that was something that Coach Powell would want circled to say, hey, you know, it's early, but we got to get that figured out.
But we're going to be a little more attentive to this tonight.
Another tip pass. That's really what a lot of these steals have been. Chance here for Miley Hatfield. Miley played 9 games last year. Here's a strong take to the basket. Nice up and under move for Lydia Michael.
Yeah, that was good because the help came from Bilic, and she was there kind of to take a charge, but she was under control. Used that extra step to get herself in position to score. Nice move.
Michael, a 5'6" sophomore, making the play.
Tell you what, when they go Danberg and Burpo at the same time, that's quite a big combination. Ooh, nice pass.
That one going to bounce off a Logan Vogt. The size is really where Waukee Northwest feels like they have a pretty strong advantage. Them and Dowling Catholic. I mean, I look down the line. You got Cassidy Danberg, 6'1". Olivia Templeman, who we haven't even seen, is 6'3". Victoria Burpo is 6'2". I mean, they
Vogt
got
is
6'2".
Yeah, I was going to say, she's and a great athlete, obviously, as well. Yeah, they just have so many pieces, right?
Like I said, them and Dowling, pretty much the 2 tallest teams in the state. So I think Johnston is the clear-cut #1, but be curious to see how that size shapes up here as the season goes on.
Definitely, I think it's going to be that gap is closed.
It's shortened just a little bit.
I think it has.
Just don't look at Johnston's pipeline and what they got coming up.
Right.
3-pointer at the top of the key. That one's not going to go that time. Rebound is grabbed away, though, by Michael. 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Shot clock, guys.
Because the ball never touched the shot clock the first time around. That was Lana Newman, the freshman who took the shot the first time.
I heard Coach trying to yell at him. He was trying.
It'll be 10 seconds here on the game clock. chance for a couple more here for Northwest. 5 fouls committed by Centennial so far, just 2 for Northwest, obviously in the double bonus. So a chance to go back to the line if they want to be aggressive.
Okay, what's our prediction here? I think drive and dish set up for an open 3. What do you think?
I don't know. I think Cassidy Danberg's.
How you feeling there?
Get her going on the inside.
They cut her off. Nice D.
Danberg.
Look at this.
Trying to go baseline and runs out of time. She shrugs and said, I didn't really know if I had anybody else.
I heard Blake Walker said I was going to get a bucket. I had to prove him wrong.
21-4. Waukee Northwest leads over Ankeny. Centennial will be back for quarter number 2. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
I'm making a piece. Hey, this ain't for the faint of heart. We always playing rough.
Welcome back to Waukee Northwest High School. Blake Walker, Chris Larson with you here. Waukee Northwest leading Ankeny Centennial 21-4 as we start the second quarter. Northwest be on defense here to start things out. Quarter number 2.
Let's see if Centennial can't execute coming out of the quarter break, right? You know they're playing that aggressive. Let's see if they can't get a back cut and some kind of an easy look here.
Strong take to the basket by Perpich. Can't get it to drop. Offensive rebound that time for Ryland Boating. Also not going to go. Jump ball is called.
Good execution, though, right? They got not only the look, but then crashed for an offensive board. A good start to the second quarter for them. Let's see if they can't just settle in and get a little more comfortable out there.
What if you're Coach Harkin? Obviously, scoreboard aside, what are you looking for in a first night like this?
Yeah, you know, I think especially when you're talking about playing such a high-quality team, one thing you want to see is just the competitiveness of your team, right? Maybe individually on some levels, but also collectively as a group. Like I said, they're probably not going to win this game, but are you going to compete? Are you going to fight every possession? So that's the first thing I'm looking for. And then can we get better each quarter? You know, kind of break it down. It's a long season, right? And be honest, a lot of teams, there might be no teams who come on this floor and beat Northwest this year, right? So don't get caught up in that. Just get caught up in improvement and getting better.
It's also a big thing, you know, he has yet to see a game scenario with these girls to know who is going to be the one that steps up in these situations.
100%.
Also feels like a team that the starting lineup could change every single night. You just never know. Logan Votes at the free throw line after getting fouled. She misses on her first one.
And on top of all of that, let's not forget this is Northwest's third game.
Yeah.
And it's Centennial. I mean, so
out of state, top 10 opponent. You know, they
and all back, right?
Yeah.
Like all back. And so throwing multiple defenses at them. It's a
welcome to the CIML.
Yeah, it's a calculus test, not a simple geometry test right here.
Nice play in the far corner by Maisie Smith to get it off a leg to keep the possession alive. Centennial opens the season with 3 straight ranked opponents, all in the top 10 of the CIML. They'll play Ankeny on Friday night. Hawks got a big win over Harkin's former team, Des Moines Christian, last night. Right idea on the pass there for Centennial. It's a loose ball, though. Perpich picks it up, but Chris Harkin calls a timeout. There'll be a quick 30-second timeout. 22-4, Northwest with the early advantage here. While we have time, we were talking about the rankings. Why don't we bring up the rankings? IGHSAU top 15. 15 teams get ranked. They do their preseason polls. It's pretty much before the season starts, talk to a lot of coaches, get a couple insights from media members. Johnston is the number 1 team. Waukee Northwest, we see her tonight at number 2. Dowling Catholic at 3. How about Bruce Dahl and those Cedar Rapids Prairie Hawks? They made it to the state tournament last year, lost to Waukee Northwest. They are a fun team out in Eastern Iowa, and you expect that from Coach Dahl and what he did with Dyke New Hartford.
Yeah, excellent coach, right? And then it maybe takes you a little bit of time when you get in new surroundings, but it wasn't going to take him very long. You knew that.
Iowa City Liberty at 5, Iowa City West at 6. They beat Waukee last week. Ankeny at the number 8 position. A lot of fun. Season's just starting. I don't believe we're going to get new rankings tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. Vonna Billich going to go all the way, and Billich gets the layup to go off another turnover.
I really like her game. She is the definition kind of a glue girl, right? Like she just does a lot of things well, and it comes across like she does a really good job leading this team too, as one of the 2 seniors.
Strong take to the basket by Lizzie Beam.
There you go.
She's on the board tonight for the Jags.
Nice back cut there. Excellent pass again by Billich to Vogt.
Vogt's size helps her out so much, and you talked about it with the athleticism down low. She's tough to stop.
Yeah, she's a great athlete. And we'll tell you one thing now, in the kind of the game within a game. Again, 2 teams on kind of different paths, right? If I'm Coach Powell, that's 3 layups now his team's given up in the second quarter, and I'm kind of keeping my eye on that, right? Like, I think you could tell they came out and really stressed some things defensively, and they were really good early. Let's see if they can't dial it back up a little bit and move their feet a little bit better and help each other.
Perpich gets caught on the low post and then throws an errant pass to Romy Croat. Romy going to go all the way through traffic and gets the layup to go.
Excellent drive and finish. Liked how she kept her head up, right? Got herself under control. Didn't just throw a shot up there, but was under control on her finish.
Romy's got 9 so far tonight. Centennial tried to move fast that last time down the floor. There's a foul on Logan Vogt. I guess that's one way if you want to be able to beat a press. Try to go quick. Here's Romy Croat on the...
See what I'm saying there, right there? She kind of gathered herself, right? A lot of people get excited when they get close to the rim and think they got to explode up through. Kind of got herself under control, protected that ball. Really nice finish. She's such a fun player to watch. Almost had another, yeah. She was feeling it right there.
Now she dives on the floor to make the play, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow, I believe, is going to Centennial.
We've had a few this quarter. I can't remember where we ended up at.
See what you got on the inbound play here. Perpich is going to be the one to throw in under the basket.
No, that's another thing. I've been in these situations before early in the season. Sometimes it's small things like this, like we'd set that as goals. Like, can we function out of bounds underneath? Because those are, as the season goes on, important things, and you want to be able to score and attack off those.
Strong take that time, not going to drop for Lizzie Beam. Couldn't quite get the rebound. Burpo was able to rip it away, and Northwest going to come back to the other side.
You know, Vogt just gives them so much flexibility. She was playing the 5, now she's out playing on the wing. She just does a little bit of everything. Speaking of,
moves really well for her size, I will say that. And boy, if you got her coming off the bench,
right?
I mean, that is a tough option to go with.
Absolutely. You can tell she's really improved her game, and her foot speed's better this year. And yeah, they're just coming at you in waves. You just look every time. You're like, oh, she hasn't even been in the game right now. And they're bringing her, like, they're coming at you 6-7 girls strong right now. And so really impressive start for the Waukee Northwest Wolves.
A 30-6 advantage here for Centennial, with just over 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Fight for the ball in the far corner. They're going to keep it with Centennial. Miley Hatfield in over there for the Jags.
I was impressed about these last 2-3 possessions, right? Their defense has ticked up a little bit, and so like to see that. It's not out of a timeout, and that means that you got some leaders out on the floor noticing that.
Perpich back at the top of the key here. Seems to be the go-to girl here early for the Jags. Now they get a wide open three-pointer that goes off back iron for Maisie Smith. Maisie grabs her own rebound, though. Perpich handles the ball well for a freshman.
Speaking of, though, also role players. Really nice move. But Prince House comes in off the bench, and she is a really great defender. I mean, maybe you get lost a little bit with some of the other talent around there, but man, she's really defending well. There's an offensive rebound for her. Probably going to get an assist right here. Or not.
Boy, Burpo's height, you can see it right there, causing issues. Now trapped in the corner. Rowan's got plenty of time on the shot clock. She doesn't need it. She's in double digits tonight.
She can make the game look pretty easy. Really understands angles well and movement, sees the opening.
You wouldn't think a soccer player like that, it translates crazy, but footwork is footwork. I mean,
I had a few players that really were great Division I soccer players, and they just so convinced me that some of the spatial awareness that you see in those two sports really complement each other.
Prince House for three.
Hey, right on cue. Thank you, Kennedy.
Her first basket of the night. She's now already over her points per game total, 2.5 coming into tonight. I will say with Perpich running point, she has gotten a couple good looks. Sometimes the ball is just not going in the basket.
Again, I'm impressed so far with her, and I want to continue. We're going to get a good look at this replay here. What a great pass, skip pass across the court there by Romy, and finds Prince House, and she's able to knock it down. But you brought up the freshman, Perpich, who's going to take a seat on the bench. But I like to see that from the freshman. Her body language hasn't changed. She's competing. We're going to keep an eye on that as the half goes, or as the second half goes along, because when you talk about little things you want to see, she's going to be a really good player. Going to take a lick, but sometimes you got to be able to handle that and keep composure in yourself, and she's doing a good job so far. Man, their hands are everywhere.
Handsy defense. Nia Wager checks in. The freshman, 5'8". So a new face on the floor for Centennial. And like I talked about, this just feels like a Centennial team and a new coach. You're going to see a lot of different lineups trying to find something that works.
Shot clock again is going to get them.
Second shot clock violation of the game for Centennial. That's got to make you feel pretty good if you're Coach Powell.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, obviously we can talk about a lot of things. I think what he's going to be most happy about is that 6 points, right? And not because, Centennial's coming and kicking up. They're just playing really good defense at all levels of the court, right? Some full court pressure leading to turnovers. They're getting them right on the half court. And then interiorly, they're helping, doing a lot of really good, just a great effort so far.
Burpo down on the low post. Now kicks outside to Prince House. Another three-pointer that splashes home.
Yeah.
Back-to-back threes for Kennedy Prince House, the junior. This junior class for this Waukee Northwest team is so talented.
Crazy, right?
Newman trying to get around on the low post. Good defense by Burpo. That one going out.
Yeah, everybody who's come into the game for Waukee Northwest has been locked in defensively, and that's really the sign of a great team, especially early in the season.
Look at Prince House three-pointer. Helps when she can defend so well. Michael gets it stripped away. Good hands-on there by Liv Brown in there for Northwest. Another new face-on.
I think the other staple you've seen, regardless of the lineups for Northwest, the ball movement's been exceptional. You see almost every girl touch it on every possession. It's good basketball.
McCann trying to back her way in. Can't get it to go. Good defense that time by Lizzie Beam. Now Beam's going to push the floor here for Centennial. Gets it to go on the lane.
Good finish there. Absorbed a little contact.
She's played in 47 out of the 48 games that she could have played in her career. So she's really the main one with experience. They're going to lean on her.
Go again. There you go. There you go.
Gets fouled by Burpo on the way up.
You got to love to see that, too. Leading with experience, playing aggressively. Take a look at this.
And her length, it's not an easy body to have to deal with if you're a defense.
Look at that finish. Just really nice with the little scoop on the left-hand side. Protect the basketball. Knocks down the first free throw.
She's the only one that scored this quarter for Ankeny Centennial.
Experience matters, right? And so good job by her leading in that way, and love to see it.
She goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. She's got 6 overall. Shot clock is dead. One final possession here for Waukee Northwest in the first half.
Okay, let's see if they execute for one. Looks like maybe not. They kind of have a weird lineup in there. They might just play it out.
Dylan Peterson was in there. She's going to Iowa Central to play basketball. Now final possession here for the Jags. Lizzie Beam keep it rolling here into halftime. She'll stop and fire a long three.
Hey.
It's good.
All right, Lizzie.
Good
job.
final
Good job,
minute for Lizzie Beam.
Yep.
Says, all right.
Let's go.
Something to be excited about there for your Ankeny Centennial Jaguar faithful. 38-13, Waukee Northwest leads over Centennial. We have halftime coming up. We'll give our thoughts here in just a few moments, and then when we come back, our second half of action for Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. We could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee Northwest leads over Ankeny Centennial 38-13 is your score here at halftime. Blake Walker, Chris Larson with you here. Romney Croat leads all with 11 points so far, but Lizzie Beam, 9 points in the second quarter, the only 9 points for Ankeny Centennial there in that second quarter. You take small victories in a game like that. Lizzie, really the top leader of this team, besides what's coming back, pretty good end.
Yeah, and you know what? You really like to see that for her as well and for their team, right? Like, she's going to be their go-to girl. She's their returner. She's played in all these big games for Centennial, but it's nice to see her go out and lead, and you saw her get kind of fired up with her team like, hey, let's go, we're going to compete. Again, compete doesn't mean you might win this game, but we're going to compete all night long, and that's going to define who we are as the season goes along.
On the other side for Waukee Northwest, really, really strong defensively. That's been the big thing. They're not really allowing any outside shots. Not many shots in general. They're forcing Ankeny Centennial to turn the ball over. Sam Powell's got his team humming.
Yeah, I really like this team. I liked them last year, and now they've just got more experience, and they've all gotten a little bit older. I like the pieces and how they come together. One thing I really appreciate about them is they play well as a unit. I think we talked about a little bit on the offensive end. There's a lot of possessions where everyone touches the ball twice, and then there's full 5-person engagement on the defensive end. That's just a sign of a team that's going to be really, really good as the season goes along.
It's been a lot of fun to watch so far. 38-13, Northwest over Ankeny Centennial. Only other score update we have for you in the CIML, Dowling Catholic, third-ranked Dowling Catholic leads over Urbandale 47-16. We'll try to keep an eye on any of the other scores as basketball continues here around the Metro. Alrighty, we'll take one more break, and when we come back, second half of action coming up, and don't forget, about 10-15 minutes after the conclusion of this game, it'll be boys basketball, Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial. We'll be back for the second half of action. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
all I know, I make it look easy. Hey, this ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Just a few moments away from getting going here for our second half of action. Ankeny Centennial and Waukee Northwest. The Wolves ranked number 2 in the first IGHSAU polls here for 2025 into the 2026 season. 38-13 is the advantage. Second half like this, your lead is pretty comfortable, all things considering. Feel like we're probably going to see a lot of backups. More valuable time for Waukee Northwest early in the season.
Yeah, absolutely, especially coming off a back-to-back, right, where they played last night. You know, it'll be nice. They probably want to get most of their girls, you know, that have played a lot of minutes off the floor by the fourth quarter. And if you're Ankeny Centennial, you're just continuing to want to see growth, right? You want to see competitiveness. And it's the first time, you know, Coach Harkin's got to go into the locker room with his team and kind of talk to them and see what they look like after a good challenge and adversity, right? And so it'll be fun. This is what this time of year is all about. It's all good or bad. You're learning something about your team.
They'll play at Urbandale on Friday night, Northwest will, and then next week they get Valley and Johnston. Johnston game's going to be a big one here at Waukee Northwest. They get Waukee then the next week on the 16th. I know for a fact we'll be covering that one on the Central Iowa Sports Network. So going to be a tough road ahead for the Wolves, but seem built for it.
That one always seems to bring the best out in all the athletes, doesn't it?
Johnston's regular season winning streak is very high. I think it's up in the 40s right now. Maybe overall, I think it is in the 40s. Second half of action underway here. Waukee Northwest trying to cap things off and move to 2-1 on the year.
Good job, though. Good opening defensive possession.
McCann tries a turnaround on the layup. Can't get it to drop. Centennial's on the floor, and
nice.
Possession arrow will go to the Jags.
I really like that, you know, for Ankeny Centennial right there. Their engagement, the weak side help was really there. Didn't leave anybody out on an island or in isolation, so a good way to start the half for them. Obviously, now they're going to have to take care of that basketball, not give up those transition points early.
Perpich, couple really solid moments in the first half. Brings it up the floor. She's got 2, but a lot of good shots on basket. We'll see what she can do here in half number 2. Here's Lizzie Beam. Had that really good ending to the half. Can't get that one to drop.
Good find.
Three-pointer from the wing. Too strong that time. Long rebound picked up by the Wolves. Chance to run here. And decide to lessen it. Big poke away by Beam.
Yeah, she's really competing out there. You know, she's really standing out here over the last, 4 or 5 minutes of game action.
That first quarter really didn't call her name a ton.
Right.
And obviously the second quarter rolls and she gets moving. Kennedy Princehouse, another three-pointer. That's her third on the night, and it's only been three-pointers.
How about that? They start small, reward her. They feel maybe that they're a little bit better with a little more Garden and playing Vogt at the 5, and she's rewarding Coach Powell with some really good play tonight.
Well, and you talked about it. Her defense was just so good.
Yep.
Coach Harkin will take a full timeout. We'll take one with him. We'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
As the seasons change, so should the colors in your garden and around your home. Nothing says fall like a splash of beautiful colors from the Fall Mums from Good Greenhouses. No one has a larger selection of gorgeous mums or better pricing, with sizes from small pots to large containers that are sure to make the neighbors jealous. For over 118 years, the Good family have grown and sold the best mums in Iowa in a rainbow of stunning fall colors. Come see for yourself, just north of Interstate 80 and only 8 minutes south of Ankeny.
Back here at Waukee Northwest High School, Waukee Northwest leads 41-13 over Ankeny Centennial. Coach Harkin chatting with his team out of the timeout here. First full timeout. Take a look at this three-pointer. Kennedy Princehouse has 3 3-pointers already.
Yeah.
And boy, she had to be ready because Roby Croat said, we're going to toss this thing right at you.
How about McCann sneaking through there, making a really nice pass across court? That ball movement is elite right there. You know, it's sometimes you kind of see nowadays, I'd say in particular in girls basketball, like isolations for just girls to go downhill. They move the ball. They play really good basketball, and it's very appealing to watch. Oh, look at this little run and jump.
Somebody's open.
Yep.
Double team on the floor. An errant pass. Once again knocked away. Northwest bringing it back.
It's nice when you're 6'1", 5 playing the 5 out there. She's dribbling it up court.
Mana Bilic knocks down the three-pointer from the wing.
Smooth. So many weapons out there. So many weapons for this Northwest team.
Northwest came into tonight with just 7 made three-pointers.
There's the steal.
In 2 games. All the way to the basket. McCann's able to get it to drop.
I love the way they share the basketball. You know, Vogt gets the steal, and the first look is up, finds McCann. And that has to happen in a split second. That just has to be something your mind is trained to do. I know it looks easy when you make that play, but it's hard. A lot of kids don't see that quick enough.
Let's talk about it. 7 of 34 from the three-point line in the first 2 games for Waukee Northwest. They already have 6 three-pointers tonight. Nice pass on the inside, just off the bottom of the basket that time for Maisie Smith.
Oh, she can maybe tweaked her ankle.
Mana Bilic again knocks it down, and now they've tied what they had coming into tonight.
Vanna threw up a little. She's like, "Yeah, I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm feeling it."
Got a foul as McCann purposely going to do that to try to get out of the game.
I saw her when she fell down there. She kind of got up a little gimpishly, and look at this.
Just kind of late on the
Did
help.
we stay on her? Look at her. Yeah, she's like, yeah, that's 3.
Another substitution checking in. Cassidy Danberg is in for Bilic. It just feels like Northwest, you know, we don't really know what Johnston brings out this year. Obviously, they returned quite a bit, but they lost a couple seniors. They are so deep that, boy, they can go maybe 8 deep and still be quite competitive.
I'll tell you this, and this is no disrespect because Johnston is obviously a wonderful team, and Jenica is phenomenal, right? I'll be surprised if they go undefeated this year.
I would too.
I would just be surprised.
I think somebody's going to get them.
Yep.
That's for sure.
You know, and that's not a discredit to them. That's more a credit to Waukee Northwest, Dowling. You know, they're just they've earned it. If they can go through those teams and beat them all twice and maybe 3 times, they've earned it.
Croat, longer 3 off the front iron, going to bounce out.
Gonna move a little quicker now. It's up to that 35-point mark, so it's gonna be a running clock here the rest of the way, unless they are able to get it under 25.
Our game started a little bit later. JV game close to the end. Perpich all the way up and good. She is gonna be quite the player here.
Very good, right? And you like? I really have enjoyed. Not much change in her body language tonight, right? You know, which shows a lot about a player. You haven't seen frustration. They've and the whole Ankeny Centennial team, I think, has done a great job with that. They've just competed.
That ball tossed right to the lap of the lap of Miley Hatfield. Perpich had it for a second. Now going to toss it up. Beam, short floater, going to roll in and out, and they're going to give it to Ankeny Centennial off the tip.
So I know you enjoy all sports, but you know, girls basketball's a favorite of yours. Did you get to check out Audie Crooks the other night?
Yeah,
how about the numbers she's putting up?
I tell you what, the best thing I've seen is when she started, people really didn't know how to react to how she played, and now it's like her footwork is unbelievable. I mean, it is just and it's crazy because she's not the tallest.
Right,
I mean, she's just not. So I think a lot of people are very curious, especially Iowa fans.
Right.
When Ava Hayden goes to Hilton, how will Ava Hayden compare with those? But very impressive by Audie Crooks. Definitely one of those that I was obviously, I'm an Iowa fan. Megan Gustafson was before Audie Crooks, and she reminds me a lot of Megan Gustafson. That any girl right now, if you're going to look at footwork to base your game off of, you have to watch Audie Crooks.
Yeah, that combination of strength and quickness. You know what I mean? The quick feet, though. It's fun to watch, and boy, we've been spoiled in Iowa with so many great players to watch.
I don't think it's going to slow down.
Right? No doubt about it.
Alana Newman goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. There's a good steal that time by Hatfield. Here's Perpich for 3, and there's a really good sequence for Ankeny Centennial.
There you go. You can see, we talked about it earlier, she has a really nice stroke. She's going to be a really good player for a long time for Centennial. So nice to see them coming out here in the second half, and like I said, competing, playing hard. Lot of good things to work on, or to grow on.
Danberg trying to find something. Now she kicks back outside.
Oh, good
Bilic.
pass.
Burpo gets it knocked away. And now up ahead to Perpich. 1-on-2 all the way. Can't get it to go. Good defense on the backside by Hadley Gensler.
Okay. Hadley Gensler looks like a player out there too, by the way.
Freshman guard.
Do you see her? She kind of,
she
just has
everywhere.
that look. Yeah.
Running the floor as Burpo gets fouled. She go to the line.
I love that. You kind of watched enough over the days, and you're like, wait a second. She's got those pink shoes, sporting number 52, which is probably not going to be her jersey in a couple years. But
mind you, the smallest player on
yeah,
the floor.
and it was like, wait a sec. She's got a little game going.
Burpo knocks down her first from the charity stripe. As Logan Fote is back in the ball game. Also coming back in is Maisie Smith, headed to Nyack for basketball.
I tell you what, too, though, some of the things that you've seen, whether it be Peterson, and now we were just talking about Gensler, and a couple other girls that have gotten in there, that's going to help them as the season goes along, because if you're going to have that kind of competition in practice, it helps you improve, and a lot of times you won't see those kids on game night, but they really help make a championship-level team.
Mostly in this level, would you say scout teams, if any, are they made up of JV rosters or others, or do they try to bring some boys come in and help them out?
Yeah, right. It'd be a really good question for some. I mean, I think maybe a combination of both. It kind of depends from year to year. I will tell you, I still think if you're looking for the optimal, it's having enough good girls to challenge each other. Because
in Northwest.
Yeah, right. That's still gonna help you ultimately.
Boy, off a screen or something, Logan Vogt just collided hard with, I believe that's Bowden. Ryland took a really hard tumble down to the floor.
It's a really good question, though. I know I've heard of girls coaches doing it kind of different ways. I've also talked to a couple girls coaches who are like, it's really hard to emulate, even if they're, it's different.
Ryland will check out.
Okay, let's see what we can get here at the end of the quarter. Oh, look at this. Little freshman, get after it.
Perpich gets the screen, now kicks outside, three-pointer.
All right, good basketball.
That time for Maisie Smith. Ball still rolling on the floor, and that will do it for the end of the third quarter. 51-19, Northwest on top. Quarter number 4 coming up. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Quarter number 4, set to get rolling here tonight on Tuesday night high school basketball action in this girls and boys doubleheader. Waukee Northwest leads over Ankeny Centennial 51-19. Growing pains here through the first couple quarters of Coach Harkin's career here at Ankeny Centennial, but I think when I was reading an article with him at Ankeny Fanatic here, I think he even said those words. He's like, growing pains are going to be a thing. He mentioned Bound had posted a thing the other week of all the state tournament teams from last year and what they returned. Every team returned about 60% of their roster. Centennial, 25%.
Yeah.
Tells you all you need to know. That three-pointer in the corner was missed, and now here's Perpich trying to get things rolling here offensively.
But I've really loved the demeanor of this group. I think that is
I've not
a real
seen
credit.
anything emotions or any sort of frustration.
Nope.
It's a whole, all right,
Really
we'll keep
trying
going.
trying to execute, still working hard, which is really fun to see. That'll bring good things eventually for them.
Kennedy Princehouse hit the deck, got the steal. Now they toss it ahead, and McCann gets the bucket. Kennedy Princehouse is playing herself into more minutes here tonight.
She's played really well.
She has, and she shot well, mind
Yes.
you. 9 points, all three-pointers.
Again, on all these great teams, though, you have people like that maybe would be a leading scorer on another team, but on their team, she understands her role. She's going to play really hard on defense. I don't know, that's championship level type teams.
Vonna Bilic, who got the steal and the score on the other end. There's a nice pass down on the low post to Newman. Newman up and under, not going to drop. And the rebound taken away by Northwest. Romy Croyd all the way. Boy, what a quick first step.
And she's a pretty good conductor of the orchestra herself. So.
Fun to watch. This whole Northwest team, very fun to watch.
We were talking about it at break, right? Like, they obviously there's some really intriguing stories in Central Iowa girls basketball and in the state of Iowa, but man, it'd be hard to look much more impressive right now than what Waukee Northwest was.
Full time out on the floor. We'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
3, 2, action. Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience.
She's getting better at this, making me so proud.
Wilson Toyota,
home of the Wilson experience.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee Northwest leading over Ankeny Centennial 57-19. Blake Walker, Chris Larson with you here this evening on a colder Tuesday night. Not as cold as it's going to be on Thursday night.
So you got that.
Thursday night looks rough. Thankfully, not a lot of games in the state happen on Thursday nights anyway. Monday and Thursdays are the quieter days. Tuesdays and Fridays are when it's the action, if you will.
Feels good, though, to be back in the gym and get this thing rolling, doesn't it?
And a good crowd. A good crowd is starting
really
to file in here for the boys' side.
Man, look at that.
Strong defense that time by Grace McCann, the freshman.
The younger McCann comes in and says, I want in on the act.
We've seen a lot of really good sister combos in the state of Iowa. Feels like her and Sadie could be something as they get older here.
I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up my friends, the Birmingham girls in Norwalk last year were a pretty good combo.
I can't wait to watch them this year. I know we call 5A stuff, but boy, bias against Coach Segrist and what he did at Valley, but very excited for what they can do this year.
Yep, they have a really nice squad.
McCann high off the glass, not going to go that time. And now a break here. All the way, going to drop in and out, and a save almost for a second for McCann.
Good job, getting involved right away though, making her presence felt.
Newman checks out, the 6-foot freshman. She is the tallest player on Centennial's team, 6 foot. It's going to be a tough advantage or a tough disadvantage for Centennial as they go throughout the CIML. Strong take to the basket though, up and good by Miley Hatfield.
Yeah, good take. Good little dribble handoff there.
Miley played 9 games last year before she departed the team. Coach Harkin talked about with Ankeny Fanatic. It's good to have her back. Could be a senior leader for this team. Here's a long three-pointer from the top of the key that splashes home for Olivia Chassau.
Telling you, it's super impressive when you watch Northwest.
That layup up and good. Once again, Lizzie Beam.
Lizzie's had a good night. I like to see her keep competing out there. Good cut.
Northwest has now passed their three-point total that they had coming into tonight anyway as a team. And another long three-pointer.
The younger McCann. Again, though, it starts with the ball movement. It's pretty impressive when you can have probably almost your third string in there. And that kind of ball movement it just is a really sign of a really well-coached team.
Chris had talked about it, but a little bit quicker quarter moving by with the point total as it is. Continuous clock starts rolling.
Oh, good move.
Strong take, up and under, not going to go that time. And now try again on the turnaround by Dylan Peterson. Can't get it to drop.
Good entry pass there. Good. Ah.
Good back and forth, just nothing there. And another steal that time. Quinn Jorgensen is in, sophomore with the steal.
Just wants to get some subs in here.
I'm running out of room on my score sheet, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get everybody in here.
I think that's been I think I've been most impressed with tonight is just the depth. And that's saying a lot because there's been a lot of things that have impressed me, but, man, they're going to be good for a long time to come because these JV girls are also really good-looking young players.
Olivia Templeman there with the ball for a second. Listed as number 44. She's clearly 54. Strong take to the basket that time, up and good by Dylan Peterson.
How'd you know?
Well, she's pretty tall. And I thought, unless they have another 6'3" girl, they're hiding somewhere. I just figured. I don't know what's in the water at Waukee Northwest, but, man, they got some height.
Oh, I'm trying to – do you remember? I think – dating myself, Blake, but I feel like there was a Templeman dad, and I wonder if it's his daughter because –
it could be possible.
I feel like Adam, is that right? Ooh.
Perpich on the low post, up and off the glass and good that time for Lizzie Beam. She is a standout and will be the standout this year for Ankeny Centennial.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, I really like the way she's led her team tonight. They're not going to get the win, but you talked about what is Coach Harkin going to learn about his team? Well, he's learning that they're not going to back down. They're going to stick together, and they're going to keep improving, playing hard. They're still sharing the basketball. A lot of good things.
Perpich gets fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. She's got 7 tonight. And I tell you what, she really hasn't checked out. I feel like she's been in a lot.
Yeah. No, I think those are good. Between her and Beam, you got a good foundation for success, right? That they're going to grow together a little bit, and again, this is a compliment to them. But some of the other girls have really competed hard too, right? Maybe a little bit out athlete tonight, but that's not going to happen every night.
Knocks down both from the charity stripe. 9 on the evening. Minute and a half to go. That one dribbled off the foot of Olivia Chassau. And Perpich will walk it back up. Don't forget about 10-15 minutes after conclusion of this one, the boys' game, Ankeny Centennial, Waukee Northwest, set to get rolling. That'll be a fun one. We'll have a lot to talk about in the pregame, but it's honestly going to sound a lot like what we saw previously in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's joining in. I see Price Sanford has walked in. He's ready to watch some basketball this evening. Boy, he's doing pretty well, isn't he?
He's not too shabby.
Hoiberg's got those boys humming. Down on the low post, now back outside. Miley Hatfield, nice move to the basket by Miley.
So I gotta I'm not losing my mind completely. Joel Templeman from Urbandale played at Creighton.
There you go.
And he is Olivia's dad.
All right.
So there you have it. 1994.
Good quick Google right there. It's a good poll.
He was a Hall of Famer the same year Coach Watson was. What do you think of that? Just some fun facts for you.
Under 10 seconds on the clock. All the way to the basket. Up and good by Perpich. And that will do it. 65-31 is your final score. Waukee Northwest defeats Ankeny Centennial. Strong game here for Waukee Northwest, flexing their muscles. Other side for Ankeny Centennial. They're going to go through some growing pains, but they have a good foundation.
You hit the nail on the head. That's just a really good basketball team who, in their third game, looks to be improving, right? Like you can tell they've learned a couple lessons and they played really good basketball tonight. For Ankeny Centennial, that's just a hang with them, right? It was a tough game tonight, but they're going to get better as the season goes along, and they have a lot to be proud of just in the way they handled themselves tonight, which can lead to success in the future.
Game number 2, our boys portion of our doubleheader tonight, coming up in just a little bit. We'll be right back in just a little bit for more basketball. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. We could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
Game number 2 set to get rolling here from Waukee Northwest High School. It's the Waukee Northwest Wolves taking on the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. Blake Walker, Chris Larson along with you here for part 2 of our doubleheader here on this Tuesday night of high school basketball. Chris, the storylines are pretty much the same from what we saw in game number 1. Waukee Northwest, Coach Watson, very strong core. 2 of the best bigs in the state of Iowa are here at Waukee Northwest. I know it might be a bold take. On the other side, Ankeny Centennial, new coach, pretty much a new roster of guys that have not played on the floor together. Welcome to the CIML. This is going to be a tough one tonight, number 1.
Rinse and repeat from our pregame and the girls' game, right? No. Waukee Northwest comes in as the top team in the state, obviously coming off a state runner-up last year. And not only are they 2 of the best bigs in Iowa, but 2 of the best bigs in the country, you know, in terms of lengthy, skilled wings. With Davis going to Illinois, Rice going to Nebraska, you're going to be seeing them, you know, at college level for a long time to come. We're going to get a good look to the start of their senior season. They've had a special career. I know Coach Watson speaks the world of what kind of people these guys are. I'm really excited to get to watch these guys play. And then on the Centennial side, you know, they're going to come in and compete. It's fresh, it's new. It's not about necessarily winning this game, but it's finding out a little bit about your team. Who can come in and guard some of these big guys and who can tough it out with them.
Let's talk about our players to watch for tonight's game. For Ankeny Centennial, they do not return a lot. That's pretty apparent. But they do return Caden Clark, 5.4 points per game. He's just kind of a glue guy for this Centennial team. A glue guy one year, guess what? He's probably going to have to be a star this year.
Yeah, you know, and again, that's part of what they get to define for themselves this year, right? And when you get a new coach, Coach Delger, also one of the advantages, right, being in the program, he's kind of come up, he knows a lot of these kids. I think you'll find that to their advantage. Probably going to see, a lot of different people scoring. They're going to have to use ball movement and cutting and things like that to play good basketball.
Really impressive basketball player. And again, he's going to have to be one that shows up, but you can see he's got the talent, he's got the attributes to do it. On the other side for Waukee Northwest, it's the man who's going to play for Coach Underwood over in Illinois. Landon Davis, 10 points per contest. He is a big guy. He can slam at home. He's really talented, and you got to feel that he's got to be pretty impressed and excited for a season like this.
Well, if you're watching the highlights from last year, just know he's got a new hairdo. He's got a new number. He'll be number 13 out there. We just found out as he came out for warm-ups. And he's got a new game. Like that's probably them. He's really worked on his perimeter game. He is a phenomenal athlete, and he's huge and long. But you're going to see him do more ball handling, catching on the perimeter. Obviously, I think if you're Coach Watson, you still want to utilize him and Rice in some post-up situations. But these guys can do it all.
And for Coach Watson, this is a program that has just been getting better every single season, it feels like. I mean, they were really good off the jump. They've only missed the state tournament once in his tenure. They're runner-ups last year and in 2023. You're feeling like they're knocking on the door. They're knocking on the door. This year they feel like they have the pieces. But I will say, the point guard they had last year, Bodie Goodman, he's gone. He's graduated. That might have to be a hole they might have to fill.
Yeah, well, and I think you'll see a lot of Nash Kukin, who comes in as a very heralded sophomore. And don't forget about Mac Heitland, who led the state in passing and was just a phenomenal quarterback. They got plenty of guard play out there. But, again, it's a new look. It's a new team. It'll be really fun to see what they're all about. I tell you this much. Coach Watson's been a friend for a long time and somebody I admire as much as anybody in the coaching world. They will be a model of all the things you've seen before, though. Good basketball, they'll play hard on defense, and they will execute at an immensely high level on offense.
I fondly remember the Norwalk-Indianola matchups back in the day. I know a lot of people look forward to them in the conference, and that they could enjoy. All right, when we come back, starting lineups in our opening tip, Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial. First game of the new year coming up.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat and Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial coming up here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We talked about Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial players. We need to talk about the Ankeny Centennial coach. Matt Delger takes over as the head, at the helm, if you will. The legendary coach. Bob Fontana retired at the end of last year, just a 5-17 record in their final season. But Delger, an assistant under Bob for a couple years, he drops in, and only 5 players returned of the team that played at least 15 games last year. Evan Abbott, one of their top players last year, averaged 13 points per contest. He transferred away. He's at Ballard. So it's kind of the same thing that what we saw for Coach Harkin, same thing with Delger. Welcome to the CIML. You've been a part of it. That's one thing as an assistant, but this is a whole new roster for Ankeny Centennial.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch, right? Like it's with every change is an opportunity, and they have an opportunity tonight to come and create kind of what their identity as a team and what his identity as a coach for this program is going to be. Obviously, a lot of similar faces in their coaching staff, but it's going to be really fun. Again, kind of like what we said in the girls' game, just an insane challenge to start your season, but you're going to learn a lot about your team.
Let's go down to the floor for your starting lineups tonight.
Basketball game between the Centennial Jaguars and your Northwest Bulls. We at Northwest welcome you to this event, urging to practice good sportsmanship by being positive about your team and supporting and respecting the coaches and officials' decisions. Thanks for your attendance and cooperation. Now, fans, let's meet the cheerleaders for tonight's game. For Centennial, please welcome Lois Koch, Lily Hendrickson, Carly Oliver, Gail Smith, Alice Schroeder, and Emma Cadore. For the Wolves, please welcome Hannah Long, Ashley Garcia, Kylie City, Caitlin Connell, Isabella Marcos, Chloe Siegel, Ida Hockey, and Chloe Pedersen. The officials for tonight's game are Rick Serpent, Semesterin, and Tyler Portman. And now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's games. First for the visitors, the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. A 6'2" junior, number 5, Drew Hansen. A 6'3" sophomore, number 13, Keaton Kasperbauer. A 6'5" junior, number 14, Luke Mitchell. A 5'10" senior, number 15, Paul Cushion. And a 6-foot junior, number 22, Hunter Ritchie. Coaching the Jaguars is Matt Delger.
This year, we want it all.
all set to go here tonight from Waukee Northwest High School. Blake Walker, Chris Larson with you here. Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial. Coach Watson, it's been unbelievable what he's done in his first couple years here with Waukee Northwest since the beginning. 81-21 record. We talked about state runner-ups a couple times. They sure feel like they have a team that can get it all done this year. Couple newer faces in the lineup that you aren't really used to. Nash Kukin, a sophomore, he's starting for them, along with a couple other names just kind of thrown in there. You got Mac Heitland. We talked about him, all the talent that he brings. It's going to be a fun one here tonight to see what they got here on opening night. Waukee Northwest will be in all white. Ankeny Centennial in all black. No official polls out this early, at least for the IHSAA. They will release them as the season goes on officially, but a lot consider Northwest to be the #1 team in Class 5A.
They're the #1 team in my poll to start the year off, so whatever that's worth.
First game of the year for both these two teams. So everything's fresh on the floor. The boys start a week later than the girls do. There's Colin Rice. Nice spin on the inside and gets it to go for the first basket of the year.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Watson a little bit before the game, and we were talking about how there's the Martin Brother AAU player Colin Rice and what he wants the Northwest Wolf Colin Rice to look like. And it's not that they don't both need to happen to be a great college basketball player, but you got to show you can play structure. What I really like there is he didn't settle just for launching up a three to start, right? He was patient. He got to the rim and got himself a bucket. Really good offense.
Keaton Kasperbauer took it down to the other side of the floor, and now a travel on the floor.
Little size difference there, especially when you're talking about Davis and Rice compared to the Centennial players.
Down on the low post again, and a slam to start. Landon Davis, first points of the year.
Yeah, and I know that's going to really bring, some pride to Coach Watson there. They want to establish that inside game early, right? They know they're really great skill players, but their bread and butter is still to attack and get some efficient offense.
Up and under move. Now strong take to the basket. That time not going to drop for Hunter Runchie. Northwest going to push the floor. Isaiah Oliver, no look pass outside to Kukin, who can't hit the three-pointer. And the rebound taken away by Colby Benchin. Strong take on the other side by Drew Hansen, and Hansen's going to go to the line to shoot two.
Let's take a look at the entry pass here. Yeah, good entry there by Kukin. Good hands by Davis, and he knows what to do with it after that. Subtle little thing there. This free throw, haven't got the point yet. I thought Hansen was going to knock that in. I was ready, but transition defense, right? Yeah. Little thing, and didn't get the ball stopped in transition. You talked about the guard play. Those were some of the little things that McCollum really brought to their team last year in terms of the kind of the part of the game that a lot of people don't see, not just the scoring, but they're going to have to figure that out in their backcourt, who's going to be kind of that guy as the year gets going.
Hansen 0 of 2 from the charity stripe, as Centennial still looking for their first points here. Here's Colin Rice. Strong take to the basket and gets it to go off the glass.
Yep. Again, I really like the way he's attacking the basket early. Not, great three-point shooter, but not settling for that.
Centennial team that has a little bit of height. Luke Mitchell's 6'5". He's the tallest one on the floor, so something of some sorts to compete. But when you got Rice and Davis with the length that they have.
Ooh.
Nice in and out fake that gets up to go for Keaton Kasperbauer.
Yep, he's a good player, good length there, lefty.
Isaiah Oliver all the way, going to hand this one off to Davis, who spins and gets it to drop.
Good pass by Oliver on that. I'd like to see him attacking, nice job. Again, playing a little bigger role this year than he did last.
It's the Davis and Rice show here early. They've got all 8 points for Northwest. I think you're going to see that a lot this year. Strong push to the basket, up and good again by Keaton Kasperbauer.
Yep.
Centennial trying to tighten things up here defensively. Obviously, when you got a size disadvantage, you can only do so much. As Kukin kicks outside, Colin Rice shorts it. Mac Heitland stores for the rebound and can't get the putbacks to go. Talked about it in the opener. Mac Heitland coming off a very successful season in the football side.
Really successful.
Yeah,
Boy, he was
one of the better numbers of all time in a single season that we'll see. Very impressive by the junior. See if that translates over to the basketball court. Casper Bauer thought about a three. Now he's going to go inside on Colin Rice. Nothing is there. 8 on the shot clock. That jumper is shorted by Drew Hansen.
You can see they're going to really want to get out and go, especially off misses.
Nash Kukin with his first bucket. Strong contact on the way to the basket, no foul.
He's got some good length to him as well, doesn't he?
I think the whole team does.
Yeah, right.
All things considered.
There's some pretty good athletes out there.
Nice up and under move that shorts it on the way for Colby Betchin. Senior had a great first step, just can't quite finish it. Oliver outside to Davis. Davis slams it with one hand and gets fouled on the way up. I thought it was maybe a travel, but boy, he takes such large steps. Take a look at the replay. Oh my goodness.
These are angry dunks. These aren't just like he's taking it out on the rim. I love it.
He's got 6 so far, and now he'll go to the charity stripe.
Like I said, I know that's going to really make Coach Watson happy because, again, a little bit of a challenge to him, right? Both really, really high-level AAU players. And, again, not that skill's not going to come into play, but in these games, sometimes when you outmatch them, you gotta take advantage of your size and go be physical. So I really like the start for him.
Nash Kukin gets whistled. Centennial struggling on the boards here early. Northwest very strong offensively on the glass.
I kind of like the fun little game within the game with this Casper Bauer and Rice matchup here on the defensive end. Good cut by Casper Bauer.
Drew Christwisser is in for Ankeny Centennial. Strong take. Couldn't tell if it got partially blocked that time for Christwisser.
I think Davis, good move.
Oliver shorts it on the way up.
Good move, though.
Northwest leads 12-4 in the early portions here of quarter number 1 over Ankeny Centennial. Casper Bauer had it. He's got all 4 for the Jags. That one lost on the way up. Brody Prill tried to take it, and a whistle is blown on the fast break.
You can really see the development in Landon Davis's game, can't you? Again, I think we talked about a little bit in the girls' game. Impact in the game in a lot of areas, right? Like he's going to have nights where he's shooting it great and they're making all sorts of threes, but just the physicality, the defense, the engagement on defense is really impressive. Very high level.
Trey Crawford checks in for Ankeny Centennial. Again, just like the girls, feels like this could be a Centennial team that you're going to see the starting lineup shift a lot. Just trying to find that sweet spot. Davis somehow fit that along the side to Logan Akenbach. Now Rice goes up strong, can't get it, and I believe that's going to be a foul on Rice, and it is over the back.
Again, you'll see a lot of the set structures, right, that Coach Watson's running early is to get post touches, and he knows they can get threes in the context of their offense, but really trying to emphasize that, getting to the basket with those big guys. Yeah.
Will Perpich, the senior, had it for a moment. Jags just trying to get down low amongst the trees, and the layup's good for Hunter Runchie. Now we got to hurry back. Mac Heitland for 3. Not going to go. Davis fights for the rebound and 1.
How good does he look right now?
What am I trying to say? Command of the floor, if you will. He missed his first free throw on the first and one opportunity he had. This time he sinks it. He's got 9 in the first quarter. I think you're going to see those numbers quite often for him.
Ooh.
Crawford.
I think they call that a matchup nightmare.
Yeah. Not many teams are going to have the size, let alone to keep up with one.
Right.
But 2.
Pick your poison a little bit, right?
In and out that time for Runchi. Another strong take for him, though. Davis, step back 3. Shorts that one. Rebound taken away by Brody Prill. Centennial trying to keep within reach here as we're under a minute to go in the first quarter. I will say Centennial has yet to even try a jump shot of any sort. It's been all going to the basket. And that's possibly a game plan to try to slow down a couple guys and get some fouls up on the board. Oliver with the steal. 1-on-2. Oliver hands this one off, and it's up and good for Logan Akenbach. Point advantage here for Northwest, 17-6. As shot clock is dead.
A little high screen and roll here for Casper Bauer. See what he can do.
Keaton hands it off. Oliver with the steal. 2 seconds. Oliver gets fouled before he shoots, and he's gonna shoot 2.
I think his foot was on the line. That was the only. Yep. Good officiating. They're helping each other out right there.
Isaiah stopped, which then kind of caught him off guard. I couldn't quite tell who the defender was, but he just kind of tried to grab onto him. Is it possible they changed this on the floor, maybe? Was this a shooting foul?
Well.
Nope. I can't quite tell. Are they also putting time back on the clock?
All right, it's too early in the season for me to start with my Coach Larson pet peeves, but this is one of them. This is where high school basketball can just still be high school basketball. All right, we don't need to put the .3 back on the clock. It's pretty soon they're going to expect us to be down on the court so they can come to the monitor, Blake.
That is nice at the state tournament.
Right?
When come and do that. Isaiah drops his first one. Headed to the University of Iowa to play football for Kirk Ferentz in a couple years.
Another great football season for him.
He goes 0 for 2 at the charity stripe, and that will do it for the end of the first quarter. 17-6, Waukee Northwest leads over Ankeny Centennial. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
I'm making a piece. Hey, this ain't for the faint of heart. We always playing rough.
Second quarter of action ready to get going. Waukee Northwest leads over Ankeny Centennial 17-6 after one quarter. Blake Walker, Chris Larson with you here. Northwest looking strong in the early portions. You know, when you were coaching against Coach Watson, you were at Norwalk, he was at Indianola. Did you ever have in your mind that, obviously we kind of knew a Waukee school might be coming along down the line. Did you ever see him coaching in 5A?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It even goes back before that. I don't know if you know, Coach Megger's on his bench, so he was his assistant at ADM, and we had some really good battles there for a few years. Brett is, I don't know how many people know this, but there are a lot of college coaches who lean on him for advice. He is one of the most brilliant offensive-minded basketball coaches that you will ever talk to. And he's great with skill development. He's the whole package.
Yeah.
I remember when this was the new school and he was applying, and Mr. Jim Dewey gave me a call. I'm like, he's perfect for your school. He's absolutely perfect.
He's been the man ever since Waukee Northwest became a school. A little bit of back and forth here to start the quarter. That one stripped away by Colin Rice. Now they go up ahead to Nash Kukin, and Kukin's going to lay this one up and in. Timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout for Coach Delger. Doesn't like what he saw in the first minute.
And we know they're going to be able to score the basketball, but I think if we were able to, have one of those in-game sideline reports with Coach Watson right now, what he'd tell you is he's most excited about the 6 points because he knows how much skill he has. But I know you talk about getting to that championship level. That's going to be one of the things, right? Can you get that stop? We saw it for Valley for the last 3 years, right? They had super talent, but in big moments, they were gritty and tough and could get the stop when they needed it. And so, that's been a big part of their journey. Anytime, we live this a little bit at Norwalk. When you lose in that title game, that next year, you want to take it one step at a time, but in the back of your head, you feel unfinished business, and the way you're going to accomplish your goal is by doing more little things correctly. And I think they're off to a good start with that tonight.
2 times lost in the title game, both to Valley. Lost in 2023. Next year did not make the state tournament. They graduated a lot from that team. They obviously came back and fell short last year, 61-47. I can say right now it would take a lot for Valley to possibly four-peat. The Tigers pretty much graduated their whole roster and no longer have their head coach.
I think that's a pretty safe assumption. You're really not going out on many limbs tonight,
I don't think
Blake.
I will go out on a limb there, but it will be a rebuilding year for Valley. You can watch Valley on Friday night. Southeast Polk heads to Valley here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Check out 2 teams that are trying to get things back rolling here in 2025. Another long possession here, Chris. I'm seeing the shot clock once again here under 10 seconds. Here's a strong take to the basket and fouled. Keaton Kasperbauer is going to go to the line.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Keaton and impressed to get to watch him in person. He's a little bigger than I thought he was thus far, or than I had gotten to see. So I was looking forward to this. A sophomore, 6'3" sophomore, comes from good genes as well. That Kasperbauer name has long been a really good basketball family up in Carroll.
There's a Kasperbauer at Harlan that played football, and he was phenomenal, quarterback. I doubt there's a relation, but
I believe it's TJ, and I don't know if where his relation is, but he's the head coach now at Upper Iowa.
Yep. 1 of 2 that time for Keaton. Davis draws an immediate double every single time. That's part of the game plan. But Isaiah Oliver is left wide open for 3, and he's not going to miss that one.
How about the ball movement, right? Really nice job. They tried to come double the post. Good kick out, 1 extra pass by Kukin, and Oliver's able to knock down that 3. Good basketball.
5.5 to go here in the quarter. Isaiah Oliver almost with another steal. Boy, he's so tough on defense. There's a reason he's in the starting lineup.
Yeah, absolutely.
3-pointer from the wing. That time not going to drop for Brody Prill. I think that might be the first 3-pointer Centennial's taken all night. Rice won't be denied as he goes to the basket and gets fouled on the way up.
It's really a theme, isn't it? They're attacking that basket, and I very impressive to see by both these, high-skilled bigs. I think too often in today's games, we're seeing too many of those guys settle for jumpers. And again, not that there's not going to be games where that's the opportunity, but got to knock down your free throws. They're a good free throw shooting team. But I really have liked the way they've started this game and started the season, right? Yeah. It's a mentality.
And we don't see a lot of too big lineup.
Right.
Like 2 guys that are their size be in the same starting lineup. you and I reminisce about Little Hawkeye Conference days. Xavier Foster and Cole Henry were really, I mean, off the top of my head, I think of those two tall guys that commanded teams. They remind me a lot. I mean, it's
very
the same
much.
size. Both free throws missed that time. Centennial, that's one thing, or at least for Northwest, free throws have not been kind to them. That one's blocked away by Rice. Now Davis
the length is
back.
Ridiculous.
Kukin in the corner for 3. That time not going to drop. Isaiah Oliver
Look at
rips
that.
it away. Can't get the layup to go. And Davis puts it back up and in. Got a stoppage on the floor. Somebody's shoe is off. And it's Keaton Kasperbauer. His shoe is sitting on the baseline.
Saw Coach Watson getting excited there with that. I think really the play of Isaiah Oliver, right? The little extra effort play to keep that play alive down there.
It doesn't seem like any rebound's going to be easy this year against Waukee Northwest.
All right, let's see.
Checking something here on the.
I'd like to see, let's see Centennial. You can tell they're really feeling things out, right?
Yeah.
They have a little bit of the deer in the headlights, feeling. I'm excited when they get in at halftime what Coach Delger has to say to them, because I think you might want to just spur them and be like, hey, guys, let's go play, right? I think Kasperbauer feels comfortable out there. Everybody else kind of easing their way into it, and understandably so, right? Because we talked about the tall task, but there you go. Get in there. Good pass.
And a travel. I tell you what, Brody had such a good first step. I was kind of surprised he gave it up.
Go
but
attack.
When you got tall guys down low, you might be a little more hesitant.
Yep. Like I said, it's always hard at the beginning of the year, but in particular hard when you're facing this kind of size, right? And they've already blocked a couple shots, and you kind of feel as if even an open shot's not open.
Rice spots up for 3 and got it to go. Boy, I think he spun around in front of the bench. I think he knew it was going in.
Yeah, little pick and pop. He caught it in rhythm. You could tell he's really comfortable with that.
He's got 7 tonight. Northwest by 20 in the early portions, and Coach Delger is going to use another timeout, 30-second timeout.
I wonder if he senses it just a touch. You know what I mean? That the just a little bit of,
or catch moments when they're happening, like not having to go back on film and be like, hey, by the way,
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you this in this moment.
And-
There's the 3-pointer.
and we can kind of see right here. I like what he's doing. I think he's drawn up something that he's maybe really comfortable with, feels like they're doing, and trying to help his team out, right? Showing them, like, I'm going to keep coaching you, right? We're going to try and help you find shots and help you get comfortable. And I think that's really important right now when sometimes you can, they're just, you can feel overwhelmed on a court sometimes when the talent level is so high. We're talking probably at least 4 Division I athletes on Waukee Northwest team.
That's the thing. Mac Heitland, despite being how talented he is as a quarterback, he's ranked top 3 in 2027 rankings of basketball players in the state. So, I mean, even him, it's just unbelievable.
What do you think? I think he might be a Division I quarterback someday, though. I mean,
I think so, too. It's tough.
His accuracy and his intelligence, it's impressive.
But I tell you what, the more I listen to coaches in both
Look at that.
college,
There you
college
go.
athletics, as that one's up and good that time by
Crawford.
Trey Crawford.
I love it. Little high pick and roll, and that looked like an attitude check, right? Like Coach Delger challenged him a little bit and said, hey, I don't care if you get your shot blocked, but we're going to go attack these guys a little bit. So now they get a stop. Let's see if they attack again.
That was a good rebound that time by Luke Mitchell, able to box out Landon Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Davis with the steal. Going to hand this one off and up and in for Mac Heitland. That's his first points of the year.
He's got a quiet game, too. Like, he is one of those kids who's probably better than sometimes he shows, but that actually helps your team be better as well.
I went back and watched their game against Waukee last year, and he came up big in so many ways. But his biggest is they just forget about him, and he sits in the corner, and who's open? And who makes the shots when it matters? It's Mac Heitland.
Yep, absolutely. Kind of got that guts factor, right? He's just one of those kids. A couple substitutions checking in and out for both teams.
Northwest is going to bring in Sam Blair, the senior. His first time on the floor. Good defense by Blair to start. There's a three-pointer by Centennial. Going to go in and out, and Blair's on the rebound. Rice to Davis for three. Rims out. Isaiah Oliver on the boards.
Yeah. I think you're going to see really good things out of him this year.
Multi-sport athletes are what college coaches covenant, and I guarantee that's one thing that the University of Iowa sure is thinking about. Oliver dunks it in with the left hand. How about that?
Okay, Isaiah. Right on cue. That's twice tonight. It's actually, how about that?
Getting up and going. 31-9, Northwest with the advantage here as we count down to the halftime break. A minute and a half to go. Blair pokes it away. Here's Colin Rice on a 1-on-2. Blair able to get it back. Rice for three. Not going to drop. What a rebound by Davis. Who then gets fouled on his way up.
I think Coach Watson's going to be really happy with a couple minutes Sam Blair's given him. And that's going to be kind of one of those things I know he's looking for. Who can give him a little energy, a little spark off the bench? He's got a rebound. He's got a couple great hustle plays. I think as the season goes along, you're looking for guys who can just give you a minute or two here and there, and I think he's done a good job in that.
Davis splashes home his first free throw.
Got a free throw down finally.
Isaiah Oliver checks out to a applaud from the student section.
Well deserved.
Davis goes 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. He's got 13. He's chatting it up with Keaton Kasperbauer. He was kind of laughing with him as he came down the floor. Colby Betchen there with it.
Keaton's like, all right, Rice takes a break. Oh, Davis is going to come run around with me for a little bit.
Three-pointer off a screen for Betchen, and he shorts it, but a nice play drawn up nonetheless. It's going to roll out of bounds and be Centennial ball. See what kind of inbound play they got drawn up. Pretty simple. Nothing fancy, but I do appreciate the ones that put your jaw on the ground and you're like, man, I don't know how I've never seen that before.
Yeah, right.
Coaches who usually save those.
Okay. I see, you remember Eric Crawford, coach at UNI and played at UNI, and so I assume Trey is his son.
And I'm just going to throw a wild guess out that Maya is his sister.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I tell you what, we're on a roll. I mean,
we're really making some connections here.
We're putting connections together this evening. Three-pointer by Kasperbauer, shorts it. Blair's on the rebound. Shot clock is dead. See if Northwest will take the final possession. Looks like
opportunity to take a look at something, right? Like, what do they want to get into here and execute here in the under 10 seconds?
They're going to keep Blair pressured up.
Yeah. Look at that, though. Handled the ball pretty well. I like it.
They got fouls to give as he gives it away. Up ahead. Layup is going to roll in.
There you go.
Luke Mitchell gets it to go. You knew he could feel the footsteps of Landon Davis flying behind him, but he gets it to drop. And Luke Mitchell is on the board here in the first half. 33-11. Waukee Northwest leads over Ankeny Centennial. We'll be back in just a little bit. Take a look at one more spot here. Mitchell gets the friendly roll. Waukee Northwest leads 33-11. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. We could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
Back here at halftime here at the Waukee Northwest Gymnasium here at Northwest High School. The Wolves' Den. Waukee Northwest leads 33-11 over Ankeny Centennial. Pretty much coming in, Chris, this was the whole storylines, everything was pretty much the same for both teams. This is a new era of basketball for Ankeny Centennial, both boys and girls. Both head coaches from last year retire, longtime head coaches. The rosters are completely flipped on their head, and now they come in to face Waukee Northwest teams that are well established here in their fourth, fifth year or whatever as a school. Really well put together rosters, and we're kind of seeing the same that we saw in the girls' game.
Yeah, it couldn't be any similar, and I think that's okay. I think Coach Delger's in there at halftime. I told you I'm excited to see what they come out and how they respond. I thought he had a really nice time out there at the end of the second quarter. It felt like they attacked a little more. Kind of maybe rattled their cage a little bit and like, hey, guys, this is varsity basketball. Let's go play. Let's go have fun. You know, there hits a point where you practice, but then this is your game night. Go play and have fun. On the Northwest side, they're a juggernaut. And you know, I would say arguably they're the team to beat coming in 4A this year. And they're playing a lot like it. They have two just phenomenal basketball players and then a couple really great athletes to go with those basketball players. They're a really good team. I've been impressed with the way they've been executing. They haven't shot the ball particularly well. They're rebounding really well. They're attacking the rim really well. And their defense is phenomenal.
It's been fun to watch. For Ankeny Centennial, Keaton Kasperbauer leads the team with 5. For Waukee Northwest, it's Landon Davis. He leads the team with 13. But I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different guys have scored for Waukee Northwest. Obviously, Centennial's going to work through a couple pains here. But you talked about it, halftime is pretty big for Coach Delger and his crew. See what they can change as they go into the second half. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, our second half of action coming up. Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial coming up here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat and Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat and Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
I make it look easy. Hey, this ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Chris Larson along with you here for the second half. Ankeny Centennial, Waukee Northwest. Wolves lead 33-11. I was trying to look around, see if I could get any scores from around the state. Valley leads Ankeny at halftime, 28-24. What else? Waukee defeated Des Moines Hoover 96-31. A lot of points. And anything else in 5A? Not really much else. Iowa City West leads Clear Creek Amana 12-10.
Okay.
Urbandale also leading over Dowling at halftime. Don't know the score of that one, but Urbandale is leading over Dowling. So it's going to be a fun year. This is obviously the CIML, one of the toughest conferences in the state. A lot of times the last couple of years it's been that Final Four that make it to the state tournament. That's really what we see is all CIML teams. We will get a MVC CIML crossover event in December, which is awesome. That's been created and has been a thing for the last couple of years. So talent's far and wide.
I can tell you, like serving on the rankings committee, I really – and obviously 3A is almost even more complex for boys because you can play up. You know, Ballard's playing Norwalk tonight, and it's a 1-point game. But then you can also play down, and so. But playing some having all those mixes at all the different levels. One, it's fun for the kids. Two, it really helps kind of give your best look at what what comparable matchups might be from each side of the state.
I know it's early, but is Decorah one of the teams to beat in Class 3A with the Friends?
I think Decorah, Ballard, Ballard with the Ankeny Centennial transfer along with Jude Gibson. ADM, Hudson Lawrenson is a phenomenal player. I think it's going to be a really good year. That's not to mention Jaden Coon, the Creighton recruit, who is going to probably be the best player in 3A.
Yep. It's a fun year for boys basketball, not just 4A. I mean, a lot of people only watch 4A because that's our viewing audience, but I highly recommend 3A down to 2A. 1A has been a monster the last couple seasons. Right. A lot of different champions the last couple years.
So many good, skilled players in Iowa right now, and get out and watch them. They're really fun to watch. These kids work hard.
Landon Davis gets the turnaround and one bucket. It's also, you're starting to see more and more Iowa names on the bigger stage in college basketball. I mean, it is insane to me. A.J. Green is a starter for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Right.
He was phenomenal at Cedar Falls. But if you would have said to anyone, hey, this guy's going to be starting alongside Giannis Antetokounmpo, you would have thought they were crazy. It's unbelievable the talent we have.
It goes to show you, if you can shoot the ball, right, they're going to find a spot for you. And that's actually one of the things they do really well here in Iowa. Like, there's a lot of kids who work on shooting the ball. And then I think the other thing that I appreciate so much in the state is the high basketball IQ. And how spoiled are we with, not obviously the Division I programs, but so many good college-level teams as well.
UNI off to a good start. Iowa just lost tonight to Michigan State. Landon Davis with the big block. Iowa State looks like a top 5 team.
Great, don't they?
I saw Drake just smoked Western Illinois by 40 tonight. Good basketball in the state. Davis, good cut on the inside to Nash Kukin. Boy, Nash is just kind of sneaks around. I thought maybe when I saw him, I'd be like, well, this is your Bodie Goodman replacement. But boy, he just kind of finds his way around the ball.
Son of a coach. I think that you see that in him, right? Good kind of awareness out on the court. And, he's going to have a phenomenal career. Really high-level player.
Colin Rice trying to hold up Keaton Kasperbauer, and Kasperbauer lets it go as that one intended for Drew Hansen but cut the wrong way. I tell you what, Keaton Kasperbauer has not been afraid one moment tonight against going up either of these two bigs.
And let's remind people, he is a sophomore, so he is a good. Like I said, it's not the height I'm talking, but just put together. He's a strong kid.
Colin Rice gets fouled as he tries to go up to the basket.
Yet again, I sound like a broken record, but I know this is important for Coach Watson and his staff. They are establishing that inside presence, right? And they want these guys, yes, high skill level, but they want them to be physical interior players as well.
Out on his first one. Colin headed to Lincoln, Nebraska next year to play for the Cornhuskers and Coach Hoiberg.
He will fit in quite well. There's another Iowa kid who's playing really well to start the year, and Bryce Sanford, Northwest alum.
And he's been the star for Nebraska, really.
Oh.
Him and Hoiberg, the son, been really talented. That one poked out from behind by Mac Heitland as it was Runchy trying to get to the basket.
Quite sure Sam never played in Iowa. His older brother did at Gilbert, I believe, but I think the twins never played. They were always in Nebraska.
Runchy to the lane, got it to go off glass. He had one of those in the first half that was really good. Able to do it again.
I know Coach Dengler's going to like that, continuing to attack the basket.
Rice through traffic. A couple guys hit the floor, but Collins still gets it to drop. There's a long down court pass to Keaton Kasperbauer, who decides to pull up.
Good ball movement there.
Oliver, quick hands.
Wanted that, didn't he?
Plenty of time on the shot clock here. Rice gets fouled, or gets called on the foul. Quick bump. Centennial get a chance at another throw in underneath. It's Colin Rice's third foul. Do you think we see a lot of teams go with the game plan with these two bigs? Let's try to get them to foul.
I think you're going to see him try and attack him, yeah. And that's going to be something, again, talking before the game, Coach Watson, that's one of the things we were kind of chatting about when we coached together. And for that short period of time, one of the things we talked about was game management. And he said how he's really been talking to these guys about that. They don't have quite as much depth this year. And so managing fouls, figuring out, because one of the things he was talking about is come into the game like you have 2 fouls from the start. You can't afford to have silly fouls because they're a different team if they're not on the floor, right? And so you're going to see, if you're an opponent, that's what you're going to want to attack.
Colin Rice knocks down the long three-pointer. As Northwest continues to roll here in this one over Centennial on opening night.
I will tell you, though, it speaks volumes, though. That's the kind of, I think, in-depth thought that he's putting into this season, to try and kind of make sure you have all your bases covered.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it easy.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Chris Larson with you here this evening on opening night of the boys basketball season, I should say. Girls basketball started last week. 44-15, Waukee Northwest leads over Ankeny Centennial. Always such a weird time here, at least this portion of basketball, because we'll talk about it here, especially when we get toward the middle of December. You have two different teams as a head coach. You have your team in December, and then you have your team the rest of the year. That Christmas break is quite crucial, where we see some teams just completely flip a 180, whether that be good or bad.
I couldn't agree more with you, Blake. And honestly, I always felt like I almost wanted to lose a game or two before Christmas, because then you could get attentive to detail. And so you want to make sure you're playing a tough enough schedule. I was actually talking to Coach Pelzer today, reminding him, Ballard comes into town. We had a year where we end up making the state title game. They beat us by 15 in the first game of the season. We went and played them at state and won by about 40. But probably the best thing that happened to us that year was we lost that first game. It really it woke everybody up a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. And especially in today's game, there's so much competition and teams trying to figure out who they are.
And travel ball, you obviously have plenty of travel ball, but Christmas break really gives you a break. I mean, it's quite apparent. That ball going to roll out of bounds. A lot of guys over there, but they're going to call it out on Centennial to be Northwest ball. 31-point advantage for Waukee Northwest here in quarter number 3.
I say this. Here's a question for you, and I mean this as a compliment. Davis just doesn't seem 6'9".
No.
And I say that as a compliment. You know what I mean?
He moves not like someone that's 6'9". Can't get that one to go. It's going to roll out and still be Northwest ball. But sometimes you see the taller guys, they're just kind of stiff.
And I would say even early in his career, he is so much more fluid. And you can just see how much he's worked on that area off the dribble. And you kind of forget how tall he is.
Rice, strong move to the basket, and he gets it to go.
Colin Rice wanted to say, hey, Coach Larson, we're tall, don't forget. We're big, we're strong, we're athletic. Excellent move. I love the way they're attacking tonight.
I just couldn't get over the crossover. I mean, again, guys that size,
That's what I'm saying.
The game of basketball and how bigs play is different. We've seen that. They can shoot. It's almost been a given. If you go to the NBA as a center, you have to be able to shoot. But, boy, the ball handling, that's just another piece of the puzzle. As Casper Bauer had Colin Rice in the spin cycle, and he can't get it to drop. Northwest will push.
I'm trying to think of a comp for Landon Davis right now, and I just really can't think of anybody.
Up and under, and gets it to go.
That's phenomenal.
You might have a couple games where him and Colin just have a dunk off. Just kind of see what happens. See who can do it. I hope these
have
rims.
to find out. Maybe that'd be a good thing for for social media, like a little dunk tracker.
Yeah. I hope these rims are well reinforced here at Northwest. We saw that a couple years ago. Omaha Blue broke a practice rim. Or no, he broke the actual rim at Waukee's gymnasium, as those guys are going to walk together to the basket on a jump ball.
Justin Old, the new athletic director, might have to make sure he has a couple spares around.
There's a reason these baskets aren't connected to the floor much anymore, because they just come right down.
Right.
We've seen that at the state tournament. Continuous clock here with
Look
the
out.
lead being the way it is. That one's going to roll out and be out on Centennial, Northwest ball.
I think as much as anything too, like we can gush about a lot of the highlights and whatnot, but the defensive focus and intensity.
You've only given up 15 points.
Yeah, right. And that is something that can. Oh my goodness.
He's a little too far out. His reach before was already really good. Here's the play for Colin Rice. Well, we'll catch it next time. I was going to say, I'm surprised we were showing a replay during live action. Yeah, Davis, not quite enough reach to do it, but some poor soul is going to be put on a poster this year for one of these two. Davis gets the rebound. A couple seconds separate shot clock and game clock. Oliver, nice move. Up and under and good.
I think he is also looking to have a great year this year.
I wouldn't say it's a quiet 7 points he's got, but he might be one of those guys that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but man, you can tell when he's on the floor.
I also think in big games, he's kind of, because he's
the
an
guy.
athlete. You know what I mean? He's going to make big plays for you.
Casper Bauer trying to go in on Rice. Not going to drop. Colin on the rebound. Rice with 4 seconds. Ball's on the floor, and the horn sounds. 54-15. Waukee Northwest leads over Ankeny Centennial. Fourth quarter coming up. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Waukee Northwest leads over Centennial 54-15. Check out the highlight, one of the many highlights of tonight. Colin Rice with the little crossover on Crawford and then soaring to the basket. Great stuff.
Really good stuff. Really good stuff.
That, Waukee Northwest, Coach Watson says, I've seen enough for my starters. All the backups are in tonight for Waukee Northwest.
And these are big minutes for them, right? We talked about not the deepest thing. So he's looking for some guys who can come in and give him some good minutes, though.
Jackson Davis in and out that time. Another tall guy. He's 6'6". Just got those on your bench. I know a lot of the student section is going to be very happy if they can see Dalton DeBoer tonight.
Yeah, right.
6'6", over 300 pounds, going to Wake Forest to play football. Looks like Centennial also kind of moving through their bench a little bit as well. Out of bounds on the floor.
So you brought up Omaha. What about that for a comp for Landon Davis?
It's not bad.
And that's a real compliment to Davis, because I would say
Omaha
that was
was
not the
6'9",
athletics,
yeah.
the athleticism.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like maybe skill level's a little higher, right?
Yeah.
And has a chance to, I would say, physically be that same imposing person.
Right.
But I don't think that's an all bad one, and that's a 5-star.
Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. Speaking of Wake
McDonald's
Forest, he's at Wake Forest.
Right?
Yep. At Wake Forest, playing for the Demon Deacons.
Coach Woodley and the gang. There's Iowa people down there at Wake Forest. Coach Forbes.
Up and under all the way to the basket. Not going to go for Runchie. And Blair is on the rebound.
Let's see what Blair can do in this fourth quarter, though. We talked about him having a couple good minutes off the bench. Like I said, they're going to need a couple little scrappies to come off the bench. I like that pass. Very nice.
Joe Vineyard, the tight end for Waukee Northwest, who's going, well, from what I've seen, he's probably going to play college football for how good he has played at the tight end position. Gets the basket to go.
You're calling it.
Yeah, yeah. I was very impressed.
Excellent.
With what he was able to put on the field. Take a look at the replay here. Vineyard just kind of sits underneath, waits, gets it to go.
Look at that. Excellent finish.
Burpich on the outside. Now, here's Betchen.
Look at that. Good D. I like that. Good kick.
And I don't think you're going to see a ton of bench players for
No, I
Centennial simply because these guys haven't played together.
Yeah, and that's okay, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing I don't like. Oh, there's your guy.
Dalton DeBoer checks in to excitement from the student section.
Big kid.
Throw in here. JT Wandera in the ball game as well, the sophomore, number 10. Pass inside, Blair. Got it picked up, strong take to the basket. Alonzo Verostigi. I tried to hear the PA announcer when he went up for it. That sounds about right, Verostigi.
Yeah. Get there. Good
Underneath,
take.
strong take, Brody Prill. He's had a couple good moments tonight.
Yeah, good take. That is a screen right there.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting around it. DeBoer gets fouled. And by his expression, I don't know if he wanted to go to the line, but he's going to the line.
That was oh my gosh, I got to go shoot free throws.
He did not sign up for this.
Hey, you got rim. Good start. That is a large human being right there, Blake.
There's a reason he's going to play D1 college football and played really well this year for Waukee Northwest. Transferred in from out of state. Gets 1 year here with the Wolves. In and out.
Go. Good rebound.
Foul is called on Northwest. Again, continuous clock rolling. That's why the clock is moving.
I think if you're Coach Delger, you don't get too down right now, right? Like this is one you almost got to treat like an extended scrimmage. This is let's learn a little bit about ourselves, get our feet on the ground, and now we go out and we try and have a couple practices to get better for Friday night and the big crosstown rivalry, right? I believe, yep.
Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial on Friday night.
Big tall task there too. Probably the leading returning scorer, I would imagine. Well, probably these guys.
It's going to be a fun one. Up and in for Owen Johnston. The senior gets it to go. Northwest cracks 60 here in this one. And again, just that defensive output, 17 points. I'm not going to go back in the record books, but I can tell you, I don't know if Ankeny Centennial's ever scored. 17 points might be one of the lower outputs the school's ever had since it was created in 2013.
But again, I think that's one thing you really want to see if you're Coach Watson and his staff. Like, it's one thing to just overwhelm them with skill, but to be able to physically dominate and make it to where you can't score. Again, Valley did that to a lot of teams over the last several years, right?
Strong up and upper move by Blair and a fight for the rebound. They're going to get a foul on Northwest. Got a couple substitutions ready to check in here for Northwest. But like we talked about, there will be growing pains for Ankeny Centennial. Will be growing pains for the Wolves this year, or for the Jags this year, and new head coach. It's just going to be one of those things for both sides, Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial boys and girls basketball. But there will be times that teams will shine, and you'll see that. I think the biggest thing for Ankeny Centennial crowd watching, go out and support this team, because you know that's one big aspect. People like when fans show up and watch their games.
Nice move by Crawford there. Good-looking sophomore. He's going to get better and better as we go as well.
DeBoer on the glass, and the layup is good. His first points on the basketball court as a Waukee Northwest Wolf.
I'll tell you what, his chest is a strong fella. I bet you he can throw around a little weight.
We need him in that. Again. We need him in that hay bale toss that they do in Solon.
Dribble.
Northwest all over the floor. Here comes a strong take to the basket, up and good by Joe Vineyard. Maybe this team is deeper than Coach Watson thought. 1 minute to go.
But a good opportunity for these kids to get out and get a little run, right? And maybe get their own confidence going a little bit. You talk about them, they have to practice against those guys every day too, and it can mess with your confidence a little bit as well.
Ball is stolen away. And then stolen right back. All the way on the other side for Devin Good. Puts it in. Shot clock is dead. Coach Watson says, let's hold. Student section wants a three-pointer to try to get to 67 points to try to satisfy the student section. Coach Watson says, we're going to be respectful and not do that. An opening night statement for Waukee Northwest. Ankeny Centennial going to come in. Still work to do for Coach Delger and his crew, but boy, there are pieces there that are going to be fun to see. 64-21 is your final score. Waukee Northwest defeats Ankeny Centennial. Coach Watson's got a really strong team, as we expected.
Yeah, just it's going to be a lot of good basketball in Waukee Northwest this year between the girls and boys team. Just two really great performances. My compliment to Centennial on both girls and boys side. They came in and they took one on the chin, but boy, you didn't see any quit. You saw a lot of fight. You saw no attitude problems, right? They stuck together. Good things will come for them as well.
It's going to be a fun way this season for Waukee Northwest fans. For Ankeny Centennial, going to be a new era of basketball kind of building into it. We're excited to see how they improve night in and night out. Waukee Northwest, both boys and girls, sweep Ankeny Centennial on this opening night. We appreciate everyone for watching here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We're back on Friday night for more basketball. The crosstown rivalry, Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial, and Southeast Polk heads to Valley to take on the new look Valley Tigers as well. For Rachel and Marion on camera, our producer Randy Nielsen, he's Chris Larson. I'm Blake Walker saying so long for Waukee Northwest High School. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.